Now I'm joined by Ivan Alland via Skype. He's Senior Fellow and Director of the Center on Peace and Liberty at the Independent Institute. Sir, welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me on.
Both sides seem to have stepped down a little bit. I mean, the U.S. and the DPRK. The U.S. reduced the troop size for this annual drill. Its Defense Secretary Mattis claimed that it is a defensive drill. Meanwhile, Kim Jong-un delayed missiles targeting Guam. Is it safe to say, in your opinion, that the worst episodes of war of words is now over?
Well, it looks like it may be. These exercises go on for 10 days, so we'll have to see what happens. But I think the U.S. has been trying to, the government of the U.S., that is the bureaucracies, the military bureaucracies, et cetera, have been trying to, and the State Department have been trying to step back from Trump's earlier implied threat to use nuclear weapons against North Korea. And of course, the U.S. policy is modeled because Trump's advisor, Steve Bannon, has gone to the opposite end and said that the U.S. should withdraw all troops from South Korea in exchange for a freeze of North Korea's nuclear and missile programs, which is more than the North Koreans even have asked of the United States. So you have Bannon at one side and Trump at the other side. Well, of course, Bannon was fired this week, and I don't think, even though he was fired, that his view was going to happen anyway. I don't see any U.S. withdrawal anytime soon. But I do think the statements from the chief U.S. general, the Secretary of State, and Secretary of Defense have sort of contradicted both Bannon and also the president. They're trying to tone down the president's rhetoric. So yes, I believe that both sides are kind of stepping away from the brink at this point. But we'll have to wait and see. The exercise isn't over yet.
Well, we know, talking about this exercise, Australia, Canada, Colombia, and other countries took part in this as well. What is the symbolism of Washington having these countries rallying around itself to stage this drill?
Well, I think they want a multilateral response, saying, North Korea is a threat to the whole region, and there's other countries besides the United States. Oftentimes when the U.S. military does things, it doesn't really need other countries to come along for military purposes. In fact, the U.S. has such a superior military force that they often get in the way, but they're there for diplomatic fig leaves or to make it look good. And I think that's what's happening with the exercise, and that's what would happen in an actual war. There would be participation, but I think it would be mostly political participation and not significant military augmentation of the United States in any Korean war.
Ivan Alland at the Independent Institute, thank you so much for coming to our show this Sunday.